Hello again, we're still here in Mongolia and amazingly Team UK are facing the right way up for a change.
Just going to try the interesting route. Does that look safe to you?
Now the teams have had to travel 250 k's to Site 3 and after a short rest the cars are put to the test once more.
5:30. 5:30? Give them a few more drinks. We can say. The aim of this exercise is basically to match the ideal distance set by event management.
Hi guys. How you doing? Fine. Whoa, not bad.
We have 10 minutes to find a certain color. We come back and we go switch drivers, and we have 10 minutes to find the next color.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Inevitably on a dangerous driving event like this, things can go wrong at the wheel. And when they do, enter Dr. Mike Irani.
This year, the event has taken a change in that there's no longer the convoy formation. People have been given their GPS readings, their map readings, and told to get there at a certain time. So we've allowed them great freedom, but with freedom comes adventure and comes risk. And if they're out on their own and they roll a car, we need to make sure that everyone in that car can look after each other or other cars that might have rolled. So we had a great first aid emphasis here. I think we've had three rolls together, and of those I would say each and every one the seatbelt prevented more serious injury. You've seen the cars, you've seen the roll cages on these things. They are safety capsules. If you're in the car you're going to be safe, but you ain't going to be safe if you're flying around within that car. You're going to start hitting things, and this is true in Mongolia as it is on the M4.
And also remind us what happens if somebody undoes a seatbelt when they're upside down.
They're going to, if they haven't already, they're going to have a head injury because they'll bang straight onto their head and their neck, and that ain't fun.
At this stage, the teams are fighting for a bonus award presented by Land Rover.
The Land Rover award is a ideal distance, which was driven by one of the staff members, and it's our task now to travel the ideal distance to a given point. And we don't know the route that that person took, but we have to take into account the environmental conditions and our own driving capabilities and things like that to achieve close to the same ideal distance as that person. It does not have to be the shortest distance, it doesn't have to be the fastest route. This has to be the ideal distance.
A little bit left.
Looks great fun, doesn't it? But this sort of off-roading is harder work than it looks. And it always staggers me when you're on an event like this and you see mountains that you climb and you see boulders the size of Volkswagen Beetles that you just climb over, and you see flints that you think are going to puncture your tyres but they don't, and you see water that you think is far too deep for a vehicle to get through, but it's not. It always strikes me that people really do underexploit their 4x4s at home. While you're pottering around going down to the shops or driving on the M25 or the M1 or whatever, I mean, these things can do so much off-road. You'll be staggered at the capabilities of these things. And in fact, like I say, you owe it to yourself really to exploit them a bit more because you're paying a lot of money. So get out there, enjoy it. Lots of four-wheel drive clubs out there. There are 4x4 centres scattered all over the country where you can have tuition in your own vehicle or in other people's vehicles, and then you never know, one day you might end up on the Camel Trophy. Although it's very sunny here, it's absolutely freezing, sort of Arctic conditions. We've got these winds coming down from Siberia, and you know, an hour down the road we might be able to sit by the side of a river sunbathing with their shorts on, and that sums up Mongolia, I think. Fortunately for them, the teams do take time off to enjoy the scenery and soak up the culture of this weird but fascinating place.
It's not a plastic one.
It's like the old houses in northern Sweden for 100 years ago. Imagine to live like this in the winter. It must be freezing. Yes.
Some even help to set up camp.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a traditional gear tent made from a light circular structure which is covered by felt or canvas. The collapsible wooden frame is ideal for the Mongolian nomadic lifestyle.
This is the last one, I think, to put in. So you put it there, then you twist this a bit to make it tight, and then wrap it.
Most gers have a central fireplace and a chimney through the roof, of course. On this part of our trek, temperatures can drop to minus 50 degrees centigrade.
Yeah, there is 20 centimeters of mud, and after is icy, because it's the permafrost, it's all the time.
Now, Lake Hovsgol is the Switzerland of Mongolia. In winter, it freezes over, and it's used by vehicles as a convenient crossing point into Siberia, where many Mongolians prefer to reside because living conditions and the weather are actually better than what they're used to back home.
I woke up this morning and all of a sudden I found myself in a kayak on a freezing lake. I don't understand it. Help me out of this dream.
Current current is strong. It's a strong current, and the pulse is near, and also is easy to make a capsize also.
The teams now drop down towards White Lake. This really is becoming a test of endurance as we encounter rapidly changing climates and terrain.
It's very windy. The weather was bad when we arrived, but now I think it's getting better. Hope tomorrow it's going to be better. And I don't know. It looks nice, it's very nice, but the weather is very difficult. I don't know how we can do kayak with this weather, and mountain bike is going to be tough. We'll see.
It's a great location, it's fantastic. Nice warmth of it, a bit cold. Great campsite though, everyone's just camped on top of each other. It's going to be like body heat between the tents tonight. And if one person snores, everyone's awake.
We had all kinds of track, very dusty tracks. We had tracks with a lot of mud and tracks with snow and ice. It was great. A lot of water, super. And now I have my urgent beer. Cheers.
We'll leave the teams to settle down for the night with their cocoa, but we'll be back in a few moments with more madcap Mongolian mischief on Four Wheels Good.